been waiting for this moment.
Happening under the banner.
And when you think of black culture, what do you think?
Well,
Yeah, Adam, what do you think? What do you think about black culture? You know, like black people, like that black guy that was humping the shit out of your wife with his big BBC.
I mean, okay, there's a lot of, I will agree that there's a lot of music that celebrates things that are, you know, objectively bad for society.
Ye he's promoting Christian values. It's inspirational. You listen to that and like, I don't even
Nazi messaging.
like listen to music is haram. First off, you're not supposed to listen to music based on the Quran.
So you are so far from being a good Muslim. It's fucking hilarious.
No, I'm getting better. I quit drinking, and and I pray. I've been praying 5 times a day. I've been doing the right things, man. I'm taking the right steps.
But don't you think that like the sex stuff and the music stuff, that's probably
I don't really have casual sex. I slip up sometimes, obviously, but I've been really cutting that out.
Okay, I'll put it like this. I have a friend who just
Bring up his casual sex, weirdo.
recently got out of like a 3-year relationship, and at first he's very, very excited to, I think, sleep with a lot of women, you know, that really appealed to him. Slept with a few,
and then you get bored and you go back to it.
And then we had the conversation the other day where he said that he's basically created like a rule for himself, which is that he's not going to sleep with any women that he couldn't see himself potentially being in a relationship.
Because it's a waste of time.
Yeah, and it's a dirty feeling when you're just hanging
I don't care about this. Go back to what. Go back to black people, bro.
out with a girl just to fuck, and then you fuck and you finish and you're just like, Jesus, feeling, but or just deal with the consequences later. But I do think that like in terms of your own personal happiness, that is probably a pretty good standard to hold your
To be on some like Molly, Coke, alcohol that they never think get a transgender surgery. You should get a vasectomy so that you can have sex with a bunch of women and not have kids, which is literally removing the whole purpose that God gave us.
Does he already have kids?
Yeah, his kid.
Bro, my head hurts sometimes when Sneeko speaks, bro. Literally, I'm not even joking. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he having sex. Am I
not ever have kids, then I guess I could understand having the vasectomy, but I wouldn't trust anybody too if I like just are bad at pulling out, and I'm just like, what?
Vasectomy is a transgender surgery.
The fuck is wrong? That's not crazy.
Well, to have the kid. Okay, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's is so much exponentially more difficult than taking care of one kid. It's because I feel like I pretty much have her under control. Like, there's only so many things that she could fuck with in the house.
Schooling too. I don't want my kids to be in school because you just see how much woke garbage is being promoted in here. I don't want to be around that. If these LGBT people are in the
don't send your kids to school. Don't. Here's the solution. Don't send your kids to school.
Park yelling, "We're coming for your children." Most of these kindergarten teachers, they're the ones putting up pride flags in the school. They're the ones who want to be teachers. That's how they get the kids.
That is kind of scary.
That's what's happening. Like,
I think we should be able to agree on a curriculum and a culture at schools that is not deeply offensive to the more conservative parents, right?
Yeah, that's just called homeschool.
Oh, the conservatives! Oh my God, they're gonna get offended. No.
Yeah, but I don't know. I worry about that as well.
Are you gonna homeschool your kids? Or are you gonna bring them to PSYOP school?
We're gonna put them in really, really high-end private schools, but we started to see a little bit of evidence of the fact that some of these schools are more woke than other ones because I didn't visit any of them, but like some of them you can see on their websites and shit that they have like hardcore pride shit going on and like all like crazy woke shit like on the school websites.
What does that have to do with education?
To be fair, your wife is a porn star, so you guys are a porn star couple, so you kids should be probably homeschooled because they're gonna get bullied.
Like, why are you educating them with that? If you even think about what the pride flag stands for, it's just sex.
You do have to teach the kids about sex.
4 years straight, the white kid has said, it's bad that you're white. And then they have a bunch of degenerate sex. And then they're drinking and doing drugs every single Friday night. And then they leave people who are upper middle class to this.
See, like, the way that a lot of, like, that Kris Jenner is, like, raising her daughters. It's like, clearly, them being attractive is paramount to their existence.
Who's Kris Jenner?
Like, this is like the number one thing that she's teaching her kids. And for me, it's like I would much rather raise my kid to like not think that how attractive she is the most important thing about her.
It's not.
Or I'd like for her to think that it's irrelevant for the most part until she maybe gets. But then it's weird because it's like you're not going to be able to keep them from thinking that for their entire life.
Well, let's just keep social media away from her as much as possible.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And then just protect her spirit and her energy. That's the most important thing, because how she looks is like, that's.
How the fuck how do you protect somebody's spirit and energy, bro?
There's not that much you can do about that. Of course, you can keep her in shape and feed her good food. But the Kardashian family, for example, they are keeping each other attractive. It's so paramount that they're pretty, not so that they can have good husbands,
Keeping each other attractive. Oh my god, bro, I kind of want to kill this guy.
but so that they can fuck NBA black guys and just get more money and monetize their relationships and be in the news all the time. Be attractive so that NBA players.
Bro, you could have just said NBA guys. I don't know why you had to mention their fucking blackness, but okay.
And rappers want to be with you. It's nothing healthy. It's just promoting more of this empty cycle. It's promoting that casual sex culture.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I don't know. You're the father. I'm here telling, but that's how I want to raise my kids.
It's just like you have the way that you want to raise your kids, but then you also, like, I look at people that I know who have kids that are a little bit older, and you just realize that keeping them completely separate from the prevailing culture that we live in is going to be very difficult in the long run. And that at times, like, it might be totally fucking useless, and that maybe you're better off at, like, you know, letting them use TikTok. But at the same time, like, they're just going to find so much fucking awful shit on.
God, this is brain dead conversation, bro. I'm sorry. I ain't even trying to shit on you.
Black culture promotes degeneracy. That's something that
There you go. This is what I love. This is what I love, bro. Good old racism.
playing this game with people. I don't want to keep on letting political correctness culture win. For example, like when I said black culture promotes degeneracy, that's something that everybody knows. And you listen to any rap music, like Durk. I listen to Lil Durk all the time. He's rapping about murder all the time.
What's black culture? There's like a you have to distinguish black culture with hip hop culture. Okay? Indonesian man.
Like literally all the time. I mean, he's Muslim, and I hope, alhamdulillah, he becomes a better Muslim. But he's rapping about murder constantly. That he knows that will
So cringe, bro. You're trying too hard. Jesus Christ, said alhamdulillah.
sell more music. He knows that rap beef and like, I'm gonna kill you, you're gonna kill me. Bro, you're 29 with kids, still talking about like killing other people, and you're gonna risk your life over music. Like everything that hip hop promotes, besides Ye and besides a few like, you know, Christian rap or stuff like that, it's all.
Besides Ye, what? Ye promotes the same things. Let's look at Ye's old Ye's newest album. Because he said besides Ye, right? Ye's newest album. No, Kanye, not Yes. What the fuck, bro? Are you stupid? Donda 2, okay. Donda 2, right? Let's Google Donda 2. Just give me one song. I'm gonna say lyrics. Fuck it. Right. Thank you so much for your support for your supporters for me and meaning important for stop. Forever. What is this, bro? I just want to know, you know, if Ye The Love by Kanye West, what we did, bro. Just give me the fucking. Give me the lyrics, please. Kind of like the barcode, we know our way, we got the keys. We did with the car because y'all know, like, don't like me, I'll take it to photo, at least everyone doesn't like it. Okay, I'm trying to find, like, lyrics of this guy. Piece from BBLs and Birkins. Degeneracy. This is degeneracy right here. Isn't paying for BBLs and Birkins degeneracy? I thought Ye was the exception. We could go on. I mean, we could go on. It's easy to find lyrics. Like, That's why Ye's not an exception. He's part of the culture. Okay, stop dick sucking him. You're wrong. Ho.
All just drugs, murder, bitches, and we all know that. When you
Ye does that too. He paid for BBLs. He stated on his newest album. So
talk about we need to protect black culture.
again, that's hip hop culture. That's not black culture. So I mean, I don't know.
Sure, this is the number one. This is how you prove that black culture in America promotes degeneracy. Because when a black person becomes more affluent, when they put on a suit, when they get a good job, when they speak correctly, you're speaking white. Yo, why are you talking like a white boy? I'm just speaking English properly. When they talk about keeping black culture black in those affluent areas, like as a lawyer, as a doctor, they mean they want a doctor who...
That means you don't have to speak white to be accepted. What they mean when they say somebody's wearing a suit or somebody's looking a certain way, they're saying you're trying to get accepted by white people. You know, they're not criticizing the mere fact that you're trying to be a better person. They're criticizing you for trying to be accepted by white people. That's why they say that. Okay, because that by itself is not good, trying to be accepted by people when you have your own culture that you could be proud of. That's the whole point, I think.
who's also sagging. They want a doctor who's still banging and throwing up signs. I mean,
Nobody say that. No, nobody say that. No, nobody say that. Okay? Nobody say that shit. You don't have to. You could wear a suit, by the way. Realistically, nobody's really going to say you're trying to act white because you wore a suit. You know? But if you're trying to be accepted and you're wearing a suit and you're acting a certain way and you're talking a certain way, you know, people are going to say, yeah, you're trying to get accepted by white people. But I'm pretty sure there's nobody, like almost no black person, that would even argue that a doctor should gangbang or sag his pants. Like nobody, no black person would argue that. That doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, I agree that there's a lot of stuff within hip hop culture that is kind of negative, for sure.
all of it. All of it. Like,
You really put me on the spot here to
all of
think
it.
about it objectively.
What do they promote that's positive? Besides, like in some of their interviews, you listen to like Polo G, for example. He'll go in an interview. I'm like, yeah, man, I like what you're talking about. Like you're uplifting people, but you listen to the music and I'm like, oh, this is all murder.
Yeah, well, if you watch like a Lil Durk interview, you get a very different side of him. Whereas he's going to magnify the stuff that is, you know, violent or controversial in the music because he knows that that will work in the music.
It will sell.
And it feels like the only stuff that he holds back on.
Isn't it fucking ironic that a person that doesn't even have talking points and that just says shit to for views and for clicks, I'm talking about Sneeko, by the way, and Adam, are criticizing these people for, you know, using violent culture to sell records or whatever? Isn't it even ironic? You know, especially coming from the two of you, Cuck Tag Teams.
Is the stuff that he thinks will literally like get him in trouble in a courtroom.
But everything else goes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And when you actually look at the way he lives his life, I mean, obviously he's not killing anyone. He's not, you know, he's in a relationship. It doesn't seem like he's cheating on her or anything. Right. He's talking about religion and stuff. He doesn't bring the religious stuff up in the music, like on the new album much.
Because you can't talk about Islam in music because it's haram to even listen to music.
I don't know if that's really like occurred to him yet.
No, he's
this again, bro. Like you guys are just talking shit. Like I'm pretty sure I don't think he like gets criticized for it. I'm pretty sure he mentions that he's Muslim on his music a lot. He even has like a music video that's like, I don't know, dedicated for Muslims or some shit. I'm pretty sure.
He's acknowledged that
he must know. I mean, this is common.
I think that probably a lot of people who consider themselves Muslims just kind of, that's a little bit extreme to them.
That's the correct one. I just spent a couple days in San Diego giving dawah, which means like talking to people about Islam. And like when we leave the park or when we go from the mosque back and forth in prayer, like there's just no music. You just listen to that. And you realize how much better that is for your mental because it does switch your brain off. Like when you get in that routine, you get in your car and you're playing, yeah, GD, gang, bang, bang. You're just like nodding your head. And then you get into that state. You become like what you're around. You know, you're some of the 5 people that you're around the most, right? If you listen to music.
Anything else interesting?
On both of them for self-defense.
What did he... I get what you're saying.
Well, think about SoundCloud rap. SoundCloud rap, real shit, right?
You put into your mind and
The rest of my life, I listen to rap all the time where I'm just like,
violent murder music. Just like analyze where your head is at afterwards. Is it like in a like, you know what? I'm gonna go feed some kids. I'm gonna go.
I don't know how people, bro. Content is easy. I'm sorry.
Save a church.
the Cardi stuff.
That's way better than anything that.
Trans person. I mean, it's not terribly kind,
They're so obsessed with trans people. Oh my god.
right? But it definitely probably got you more fans and followers than.
I don't think I said anything that was rude. I just said you're not a dude. I mean, you're not a girl.
Well, he brought on that other kid who was kind of.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
They were roasting.
That wasn't me. And
even
afterward,
worse.
yeah.
They patched it up.
What do you mean they patched it up?
Did they?
Oh, I don't know if they did, but afterwards, I'm like, yeah, this is too far. That was like at a certain point, it could become bullying.
Right, and that's why that stream was probably.
Stream and just doing degenerate stuff, like people were smoking weed and rappers were talking about gangbang and murder. Nobody canceled him. When he says there's two genders, which everybody knows is true, when he has Andrew Tate on, which everybody knows he's innocent, then people are like, oh, you're.
Was Aiden even smoking? I'm pretty sure he's talking about Aiden. Was Aiden even smoking weed on live? I don't think he was. Doing all this type of degenerate stuff. He has like this obsession, bro. I fucking googled degeneracy. He has this obsession with degeneracy. I'm gonna Google this shit again, just to let you know. Degeneracy is having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal and desirable. Okay? And this could be very objective, sure, right? Physical, I don't think is going to be objective. But these could, I mean, physical could be objective too. But anyways, this could be very objective. So when you keep repeating degenerate, it's just objective, okay? Like, when I look at you, I think degenerate. So, it's pointless. Some of these words that you're using are pointless. You're making words pointless. That's how stupid you are.
Once he starts getting to the truth and trying to figure things out, it's like, what's going on? When he asks a question about like, wait, is this good? That's when he's a brand risk.
Right.
But when he's...
Aiden was literally fucking trolling, bro. Like, Aiden doesn't even know what the fuck genders are. I could bet you $1 million. Aiden, I mean, I might... Honestly, I wouldn't even define gender properly, but I wouldn't say dumb shit like that. Aiden probably doesn't even know what the fuck gender is, bro.
He's just being a degenerate. He has porn stars on, and the rappers are there, like talking about the. No one cares. When he's being gay, nobody cancels him. When he's there, like, oh, I'm sucking dick. Nobody. Why?
To be fair, the two of you here, Cuck Tag Team, you guys are pretty gay. Let's just get that out the way. I don't even want the misconception that you guys are straight, because the way you guys talk about pussy, oh my god, is it gay?
Is that not a brand risk? But it's a brand risk when he's doing push-ups.
Yeah, you are making a pretty good point with some of that. But think about it, about all the rappers he was having on and stuff. It's like he's not getting like the gangster side of them or the violent side of them. They're just hanging out on some regular ass shit, and that's why people were so drawn to it. Is because
they see a human side of a murderer.
Yeah, he's hanging out. Probably a very small percentage of rappers are actual murderers. But you know, if he's sitting there with Apollo G or whoever, it's like
Whatever. Subscribe, whore.